Started listening to this last probably about a week now, and not one podcast in particular, but in the morning, instead of listening to like the President's Brief, which is Mike Baker from Joe Rogan's podcast.
Serious talk.
He's giving you all the heat and the details on Israel and
world's about to blow up.
President sucks and the other president's the man, and maybe he sucks sometimes, and then the Israel guy is cool sometimes and sucks sometimes. Everything is just like this play of back and forth, right? I've kind of gotten to where that was a routine of mine in the morning to listen to it, because I really thought it was informative, and it was from an intelligence person, and I like the information was clear to me. When you kind of go online, it can be very unclear on what's real and what's not in today's age. Well, I started getting into these positivity podcasts, and it's like a 7 to 10 minute, just like a little motivational pep talk kind of thing, but not in like a stupid way, more of in like a Marcus Aurelius type of stoicism, like just worry about yourself kind of shit in a cool, vibe. And it's really been like a better start to the day than the news.
Yeah, the shit sandwich.
Just the news is not the best for the morning sometimes. For some people.
I feel you. Yeah.
But that's why I've been doing that, and I've been doing a little bit of writing and kind of writing stuff down more. You know what I mean? And kind of write, like, not a journal per se, but
that
almost,
kind of writing.
You know what I mean? But in a good, like instead of letting some of my ideas float in my head and thinking I'm going to remember them, I'm just trying to get them on paper a little faster, because I think I tend to leave things hanging sometimes.
Paper or computer?
Right now, I have right here is I actually kind of wrote a song.
Scribe it.
You know what I mean? And this was just like a little journal record from my grandpa, and just had it, and said, I'll write something in here. I was in a moment and kind of enjoyed it. I was watching a movie, and it was talking about a guy, how he wrote his first song, what happened. And it was kind of cool the way he described it, and it was like,
you're in.
I'm going to try,
That's great.
Never done it before, you know, and it was kind of fun. I went into AI and made a version of it and used the words and played around with it for a few hours and kind of got it to where I was like, this is somewhat close to kind of cool, but way off. The AI is so not there, but cool.
But still, the whole thing that you got the ingredients and you're, the art.
Yeah, man.
And the vibe, knowing you're going to land on it, that book.
Yeah,
pull it open.
Writing down some routines and goals, some of the good stuff.
Yep.
We got so much going on, man. I'm trying to compartmentalize the right vibes to push forward with, been kind of playing around in the galactic grams realm and playing with that, trying to just make sure that, like, the wallets, I'm trying to keep the wallets almost all spent. So whenever there's like like 7 or 8 whacks in there, I'm using that money to put to the marketplace so we can list more items. So we have as many items out there as possible. So when we get Discord going again and get everything going, we can start throwing links to some of these items or giving some of the items away to start drawing the attention of them. And then whenever that, wax marketplace comes to life, we'll be kind of sitting right on top of it.
Did it go to 0?
I don't think so. But I mean, they're cheap. I mean, you can buy, I don't know what even the conversion is, but it's not.
That's good.
Yeah. And I'm cool with it. Like, be down, because that means our value is being spread. And then when it does come up, compound interest comes up. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good thing long term. So
we just got through with the hurricane or tropical storm, and it was just a little west of us. You probably got the same couple bands of hard rain and wind just a couple times.
Yeah, we got it first. Yeah. Want to start it?
Yeah.
You want to start it and go into it?
I thought we were in.
We did. I always do the show with
right.
a little bit of just a fresher, get things going.
I dropped the ball, man.
Oh, I think I do it different every time.
Okay.
There's no right way. My boss is going to get so mad at me.
Jonas. Misty.
Who is right on top of him?
Getting slammed.
Is he Lieutenant Dan in it on like a boat up top? With his legs tucked away. F you, Storm. Our cabin ain't going down today.
See this one?
It looks like boobies, a belly button, and a JJ. A Johnny.
It's kind of Van Gogh, right?
Yeah, totally.
Flared up.
That's pretty intense. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Adjust the Mic podcast. With me this evening, we have Mr. Thaddeus.
Hello.
How's it going, Thad? How you doing, buddy?
Super good. Doing good.
Thanks for coming over.
Indeed.
Colleen is not with us tonight. She is having her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Colleen. We love you.
We do.
So nice having them on last week. I love her and Brent so much.
Yeah, they chill.
Their brother Mark too. He's just awesome. He lives up, I think, Massachusetts area.
Okay.
And works on a golf course and has like old famous Giants football players that play on his course, and he has to yell at them, "Tuck your shirt in," tuck your shirt in,
because they're Giants.
Yeah, and it's course policy. Some people, when you're a big baller or you're got
real?
money, you might. I'm not going to tuck my shirt in. You know who I am.
Wow.
They got to go up and tell him. He had to tell, what is it, Lawrence? What's the best football player to ever play the game?
Help me out.
I can't think of it right now. Shouldn't have said anything. But yeah, very happy birthday to you, Colleen. I love you. Hope you guys are having an awesome time today. And maybe we'll see you either Thursday next week or soon. We have a few other birthdays as well. We have Erica Nichols, my friend Daryl, his wife. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday. You had one, right? You have Che.
Yep.
And he is home.
He's home. We'll see him soon.
Home from his journey, so we can't wait to have him on.
Yep.
And his birthday was...
like 2 days ago.
What is he, like 60 now? 65?
He's 130.
He probably is.
But he was gone 60 days, so he's back.
That's super cool, man. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah.
It'll be our first 8-part series.
Man, he brought us gluttonous chocolate.
Oh, man.
It was good.
From Europe?
Yep.
Oh, that's the best out there, man. That's amazing.
Is this your guy right here?
Nope. That is the quarterback of the Jaguars.
All right.
But put in the top best football player. It's Lawrence Taylor, I think. Yeah. Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. You had to tell him tuck your shirt in.
Wow.
Like that guy played football on every drug possible and was the best to ever play the game, probably. You know what I mean? He just was a whole nother, he was a machine, dude.
Like a
insane
phenomenon.
Yeah, just insane. Another happy birthday we have to the kid's mother, Andrea. It's her birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
So I think she's going to be like 55 or 60 as well. Don't tell me, but I said that. And then I think I heard Allee come in. We have to, Allee. Yeah. You got to be on the podcast. Huh? You have to be on the podcast. Okay, not right now. Like here in the next minute or two, yeah. I'm trying to put this thing together for my mom. Okay, can you do it right afterwards? This will only take a few minutes. Yeah. You know where the wrapping paper is? Yay! I'll do the wrapping paper if you do the interview. No, I just need like the stuffing paper to I don't know where it's at the moment while I'm recording, but I could get up and go look for it when I'm done. If that's okay. If that's appeasable. Can I go put all that stuff in my room? You sure can. We always have to negotiate all of everything.
Okay.
It works out real well.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
So what else?
She went up to the store to get stuff for her mother's birthday and all that. Tomorrow. Yeah. Silas is like, here's some money. Just put my name on it.
To the creek or to the dollar?
Both. So we'll hit up both of those spots. And then she has Amazon she orders too. So it shows up at the house over there. And she has the whole system down. The whole day before the birthday shopping system.
Done.
She's a pro.
I think, weren't we going to talk about with Che going to see that Alien movie? Or the
Yeah, I brought up to Lori, like, I think we should all go. Like,
yeah.
We'll find out a night that everybody's free, you know? But we'll go for sure. Like, go see Alien. I want to go see the Deadpool too at the theater because I hear that's really good. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely, like, y'all just wrap a night that works and shoot it at me, and
okay,
because that'd be fun. I haven't seen an Alien movie in forever.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
It's been a long time. I like our theater here in town too. Have you been there yet?
The one by the Harley shop.
Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. It's really nice, man. Reclining seats.
Yeah.
You know, grab your food, grab everything, and just walk over there, pay real quick, get your drink, go sit down. Boom. Thank you, Allie, for joining us. You can't hear anything?
Back.
Well, maybe I will unmute you and give you the power of voice.
Hello.
If you talk back, I could take it away right there. See? Boom.
Hear me?
Now I can.
Okay.
Allie?
Yes.
We are super proud of you.
Thank you.
You just turned 16 last week. 2 days later, you're starting your first day, your first job.
Yep.
Where are you working at?
Kelsey's.
How do you like it?
I like it. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You worked 4 days in a row last week.
Yep.
On your first days. Thad, huge thank you to Thad too. For putting in that good word.
To the big
pretty
dog.
much like he threatened Kelsey's management.
That did not happen.
He says, I will never order spinach pies again. I'll just make somebody else order it for me.
Yeah, they know better.
If you don't hire her. So
Yeah,
we're like, oh, no, please.
Yeah.
So just super thankful. And you get to work with your friends, Savannah and Josie, who, Josie lives 4 houses down. Savannah's been one of Allie's friends since, birth. And so it's super cool to have y'all's first job at one of the coolest places in Titusville.
Yeah.
To work at for a first job. I mean, you get experience. You get to see like what it means to hustle in a kitchen. You get a firsthand look at that. You get opportunities to serve and to interact with the public and deal with cash registers and customer service and correcting problems and everything. And I don't have to do any of the training. You get paid to have somebody else train you for me. So thank you, Kelsey.
Yes.
So tell us about it. We want to know all about it, everything.
It's fun. I'm a cashier, so I pack like delivery orders, to-go orders, and I cash people out after they're done eating.
What do you reckon the most popular pizza is?
Probably the Northern Italian.
We just had one, right?
Yes, we did.
They're great.
It's the best, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like Alfredo, chicken, tomatoes, just everything that's good in the world. And I love their pepperonis too, how it's underneath the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Just better that way.
That's super popular too with that. A lot of people do like a basic cheese pizza with mushrooms, sausage, and bacon. Those are like our most popular toppings.
Last week I'm like, can you bring a salad home? Please. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Like their Greek salads that's my personal favorite salad in Titusville. if I'm going to order a salad out, it's the Greek salad.
Same with the pie.
I mean, their dressing is like the best. Like the house dressing.
Yeah.
I could drink it.
People get Greek salads all the time. That's all I do all day is dressing. Like I'll like pour the dressings. Like I'll lay out the paper, put the little cups, and then pour the dressing. Mm-hmm. That's all I do all day. I do that too whenever we're not busy.
Good. That's awesome.
We have to do it so often because everybody just gets salad after salad after salad. Like,
you want to throw a shout out to anybody that's training you?
The girl that trained me, her name is Jenna.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to her.
Awesome. That's great. And we got Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Tim gets to tell her stories about me, I'm sure now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So has he found his dog yet?
No, I don't think so. Well, he hasn't. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't heard.
Yeah,
I hope he did.
I need to ask. I think you're the one that told me first, T, I think,
yeah,
right?
I think from over there by the graveyard, the old cemetery.
Yeah, and then I know you told me, Allee, like he was talking about it last week at one day.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since my first 2 days.
Mm.
But he works. I think I work with him next week.
We have to get another one night when she's working. Have a little dinner over there. Get the whole crew, get Monica and Thad and everybody else that we can conjure up to come over there and eat and see and give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Throw straws and
Yeah, come over to me and be super rude to me. Be like, I want this to go and I want this to go and I want it now.
Can you package this lettuce separately in separate containers? I want a half of ounce of lettuce in each little container so it all stays as fresh as possible with just a little drip of salt dressing on it.
The kitchen will be fighting you. No, they'll yell at me for putting.
You know who else worked at Kelsey's, right?
Who? That did.
I did. 1984, maybe.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah,
6.
they've been around for like 40 years.
Yeah, he put 4 toilets out of commission.
Yep.
In his days.
That ain't true.
Garlic knots there are just the best too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just super proud of you. And you got school starting up here next Monday. So proud of you.
Yeah.
Weird. It's like you're 16. You're going to be in a car here soon. What is the license in September?
Yeah.
She's going to get one of those Daihatsus.
No, I'm not. Don't listen to him.
I heard about this.
They're really nice. I was showing you pictures of it and everything, I think.
Don't listen to him.
Little
he doesn't
aquarium.
know what he's talking
I mean, it was just absolutely. I got a picture of one here, and I really just wanted you to see it, and I'll throw it up in the group later.
I think I'd rather walk than drive one of those.
You see this? I was going to put your face on that. Maybe I'll do it for this episode.
That is so awful.
I'm going to put Allie's face on this for this episode.
Oh, yeah, I'd rock that.
That is
right?
so awful.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, T, all the things you could do with a car like that.
Yeah, I want to run from Godzilla in that. Yeah. But I do think it's cool.
It's and it just came from like when the used car market got real crazy. Japan had all these extra vehicles, and they all got like 30,000-40,000 miles on them, and someone's buying them overseas for 2,500, probably
Tricking them out.
and then they're just kind of making sure they're run worthy, and then they're throwing them up on the market here in Florida, for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Some of them are tricking them out, and they're look kind of awesome. Like they got these little minivan looking ones. Totally, Allie, you just look like it'd almost be like a roller skate. It'd be amazing.
So I would get 2 of them.
I like that.
You want
Okay.
2?
You know what? How about you give me 2 of them, and I will trade them in, and I will buy a different car.
What are we buying now?
Yeah, what do you want?
I kind of want a Honda Civic.
That's a very practical female choice.
Just like a new-ish one, maybe like a 2020 one.
All right.
They're not too bad. They're nice. They're reliable.
And you just got to basically scoot to work, scoot to school.
Oh, I just want a 2020. It's not. It's fine.
I found some for not that much. It's like 14,000 maybe.
There it is.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Told
Not
you.
bad at all.
I told you.
Yeah, that's doable. I mean, gosh, like when's the house going to be done painted?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not painting the
If you
house.
paint the house by the end of the month, the whole outside. I'll have the ladders and the paint for you. And if you do every dish until you get your license, like even if at your mom's, I got to like, hey, Allie, can you come over here? I got 3 dishes, in the sink. Can you come wash these for me real quick?
We're making a $14,000 deal.
Something
right here.
smells, and I think it's that one piece of glass in there that had water in it. Could you please put that in the dishwasher for me? Yeah, until your license, and then I'll just buy you the car.
Are you looking at me like that?
Trying to make a deal here. Like, I'm in sales. I do this for a living. Me and you negotiate a lot. I mean, in the middle of the show, we were just negotiating where your wrapping paper is for your mother's present that you just went and got last minute.
Yeah.
She's not going to listen to this, so we're fine.
I know.
So
I just got her a bunch of little random things. Like I got her a cute little butter tray. And then I got her a nice vase for some flowers.
Nice.
And then just some other little things.
We need to get her 500 baby plastic figures. Or we need to get all of those ducks and hide them all around her house, or anything else that we can conjure up as well.
Oh, you want to know what I found on Amazon? I found a car freshener, and you could put your face on it. So I think I might have to order one of those.
With her face on it?
No, with my face on it.
So
you remember that picture of me with the twirly?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. So she could put it in her car, and I'm going to tell her she cannot never take it down.
That's hilarious. I love it.
She's never allowed to take it off.
So I'm going to take Silas to get a haircut tomorrow. Look at him all tiptoe out of here with his controller. It's okay. You're all good, dude.
Yeah, he definitely needs a haircut.
He needs a haircut bad.
Yeah.
I went to the haircutter here in town. There's a girl named Michelle or Danielle that works there, and she did a great job. My hair's been I've been getting hit on just even driving down the road. Yeah. So the haircut was really solid. So I wanted Silas to get the same treatment when he gets his first day of school. So
yeah, so he could get all the girls.
Yeah, so we'll hook him up. And you're getting a haircut. You and your mom?
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get highlights too.
Nice. You don't want to do it like purple or green or?
I have the stuff to do purple at home. So if I wanted purple, I could do purple myself.
You have a tough schedule, by the way. I saw it. It's harder than any schedule that I had at school.
The only class I'm worried about is supposed to take that class last year.
Like advanced honors or some kind of crap.
I'll be fine. I have the worst teacher for it too. I'll be fine. I mean by worst teacher, I mean that he cannot teach. So.
So why?
Ooh, man, ooh.
He's just rude. He's mean. He doesn't like.
You don't got to say names, but hey,
I know,
rock out your feelings.
But anybody that goes to the school can probably guess who I'm talking about.
So how do you feel like you're going to be fine?
Because I just got to be nice to the teacher and do my work, and I think I'll be fine.
I like it. People used to give me things like that and say, hey, watch out for this teacher. And then I would go in there and have that class, and I had a great experience. So sometimes it just depends on.
I'm going to be in that class with a bunch of sophomores, though.
I did. One of my favorite classes I did was a computer class. It was me and Derek, my good friend Derek. We were seniors, and we had to take a freshman typing computer class because we just never took it. It was never on our schedule, and it became a requirement after our freshman year. So we had to go back and take it. And we're in there with all these freshmen. We had Misty Wilson now, who's our good friend from over in Industrial Steel, her and Fred Wilson. So she was in our class. And then my friend Tori McClendon was in our class, who I ended up taking to prom after that class and became my girlfriend.
Aww.
So that computer class, that was just such an awesome time being at we were older, and she was a senior too. It was me, her, and Derek were the only seniors in this class full of freshmen. And Derek had a girlfriend from there too. And her older brother was a senior. It was the best. It was just good memories all the way around. I loved Astronaut. I enjoyed every bit of it there.
I did too.
My mother was telling me a story about when BR wrangled them up from skipping school or whatever. And got him in big trouble. He did the same thing to me and Billy Jenkins once, trying to run away from English class from Miss Gadapy, and he roped us up on the rafters.
Gadapy. Oh, I saw him in Kelsey's the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It was Miss Gadapy, his mom.
Oh, really?
And they actually went to our grandparents, your great-grandparents' same church at First United Methodist.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was a kid, I'd go to First United Methodist, and my grandparent, I'd go there with them, and Coach Canfield, from my track coach, his family went. All the Gadapys, it was the father, what used to be the basketball coach at Madison. And then Mr. Gadapy was my freshman basketball coach at Astronaut. And then after I left, he became the senior basketball coach.
I think he's going to be my English teacher next year.
And and his mother was an English teacher. She was my English teacher. I never had Gadapy for school class, but I had his mother for reading classes and stuff. And just a great experience. And we went in there to register her the other day, and it's like the same. Other than the pit, they concreted in the pit. You know what I'm talking about?
Was that right up there where the
in the main downstairs cafeteria area, where the lockers, where the senior lockers are? There used to be like this little squared staircase that went down to this little pit area.
Yeah. They still call it the pit.
It used to have lockers in it?
Lockers were all across the wall of that room, but in the middle of the room, it was just this depressed area, and everybody would sit in the stairs in the mornings and stuff. And I guess people were probably fighting or falling down that pit at some point, and it became dangerous. So now it's all just one even thing.
Even Steven.
That's the only difference that I could really think of, other than the basketball courts actually wood now, not rubber.
And we got new bleachers.
Madison got new bleachers too.
Yeah, they got them at the same time we did.
So and Silas gets to go to Madison for his first
great
class. That was kind of fun, man. Okay, T.
They do that to get you to be like, your kids are going to have the greatest middle school experience, and then they come home every day crying to you because they're getting bullied by kids and teachers. It's going to happen.
Madison has a track record of wild behavior. And
I got all kinds of stories from my time when I went to Madison.
And, luckily for Silas, he's got, a Jacob and Riley and Preston. And
Jacob
then next
will
year,
fight somebody.
He'll have Colton. You know what I mean? So, he's got a good crew of people and friends that are with him. And he had such good experience at South Lake. I mean, it was he went to Oak Park and dealt with a lot of drama at Oak Park. He just did. And part of it's on him, part of it's on not him, right? So, but he had to navigate that terrain. And then he got to go live at South Lake,
Live?
Yeah, what's that, Scott?
Well, school,
Is that a regular school now?
It's a choice school, and you have to
it's a lottery system.
It's a lottery system. And they are a fantastic.
My little brother actually got in. Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon's going there this year too, and that's amazing. By the way, it'll be really good for him. Allee, when she first went to Oak Park, when we first, were raising kids, finally, Oak Park, the staff at South Lake right now, almost, I'd say over half of that staff came from Oak Park. Because her first year at Oak Park was phenomenal. Her second year at Oak Park, phenomenal. It was a great school. And then as soon as her principal left and went to South Lake, some of the teachers stayed and tried to fight it out. But you just within that next year, when Silas was finally coming into there, I mean, in Silas's third grade, he went through 4 teachers in 1 year. Quitting.
I heard some stuff as well.
And quitting, and then his next year quitting. So we were just oh my God, and we kept trying to get him in South Lake. We should have left early, and we didn't, and that 6th grade year was just the best thing to ever happen to him. And he flourished with just the time and the curiosity to be able to do work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hope that he takes that into Madison the right way. And because Astronaut's pretty awesome. Allie's having a great experience there. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you say, Dad. I loved it though. I was bounced around to a lot of different schools over the years, so coming up here and going to Astronaut and staying 3.5 years there was something I actually looked forward to doing. I liked to get to go to school every day, so it was kind of cool. All right, well, let's take a break. We'll recap and then close out the show.
Cool.
Allie, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
You have anything that you have a hot mic? You have anything that you want to get out and say or do or?
Ew, dude. You do that?
Ew, dude, you do that?
Ew, dude.
Ew, dude, you do that?
That's my only comment that I had to say.
I'm going to save that for a drop. All right.
Ew, dude, you push buttons.
So, are you going to bleep out some things like he?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Stop
Hi,
stealing
what's
my
up?
Wi-Fi.
What?
You've been using my Wi-Fi. I looked up your IP address and found your phone number.
Whatever.
And why did your search history appear when I signed in? Explain that.
What?
How'd you even get my password? You a hacker?
Who the hell is this?
I'm not arguing with you. Just stop or I'm going to get the police involved.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
How are you today?
Okay.
Great.
Who's
This is a courtesy call regarding your wireless plan.
I'm already taken care of, thank you.
Yes, this is regarding the current line I'm calling to. There seems
Yeah.
to be some unusual additional data charges on the account in the past week.
From what?
Well, we wanted to give you a courtesy call to make you aware of this.
Yeah?
Yeah, as of right now, there are $260 in data overages.
What?
Well, it seems like an extra 16 gigabytes were used outside of your limited plan.
On my computer?
You should really be more aware of how much data you're using.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and charge this to the card on file. Is that okay?
No, you're not.
Well, look, I can take an extra $10 off if we can settle this now. Just give me the word.
I don't know who the hell you are or what company
Well,
you're
let me
calling
finish.
from.
Great. Your final bill is $250. I'll just submit this then.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. It's already processing.
That's okay. I'm making a call right now about this call. Thank you very much. I got your number.
And we are back.
We're back.
That was awesome, Allie, getting on the show there. Appreciate you, girlie. Really proud of her, though, man. She covered a double shift for somebody this last Sunday, and she's just taking it all in stride, man. She went and helped her mom out today on her day off. Goes to work tomorrow. Has like 3 or 4 days again this week.
She's an awesome young lady.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Super proud. My son, too, man. Big shout out to him, too.
Yep.
Seriously.
Silas. But
okay, I'm going to turn this over to you two. You got some good news for us.
The good news, well, we can throw a little bit of good news out here that we were spared the brunt of the storm and solemn kind of vibes to the people that lost somebody. There's like 4 lives, right?
Ooh, I shouldn't have been clapping.
Yeah, but
back off on the clapping on that part. But no, seriously, it's always hard.
Yeah, it's hard stuff. And so it's almost over for us. The storm is lingering just north of us. We got sunshine, and if you drive probably 30, 40 minutes, you'd be under cloud cover. But we were spared.
It wasn't that bad. How was it at your place? And just some bands that come in and throw a little bit of rain and a little bit of wind at you?
Yeah, we did not get a bunch of rain. Nothing.
Any of the ponds fill up or anything?
Not really.
No.
Maybe it's going to drain off, but nothing was swelled up.
Yeah. Out back here, nothing was too bad in our little ditch back behind us. The water was very welcome.
Yep.
I feel like early on this spring, we got like a really good rain, like 2 weeks of it. It was just like heavy.
And then
it just died. Then it was just dry. Everything was.
You guys got it worse here. At my place, it wasn't as bad. You and your pops.
Yeah.
Towards the hospital.
Yeah.
It was like 14 days maybe.
It was terrible, man. So water bills were a little higher.
Yeah.
Keeping everything going. Things that kind of stunted the growth of a couple things a little bit. And then we got another little rain after that, like a 2 or 3 day patch of good rain. And
just enough.
And it just shot up. And now this rain on top of it.
Yeah.
And just the moringa back there. It's like 8 feet tall already. Like it's insane.
Those things really like to grow.
Like, might not have the best spot.
I guess
I'm just gonna have to keep topping it and training it to be shorter, and just letting it get wide and using it for a shade tree, and I'll be able to Miyagi it.
And they come back like from a frozen stump if the winter gets them, and they do the bunch of branches, little bitty ones, just a sprawl.
I've been reading a lot about this moringa too, and like people are taking them taking the leaves and they'll bring them indoors and they'll just hang dry them.
Yep.
And other people in Florida, they say it's good to use a paper bag. Take all the things, put it in a paper bag, and throw it in your car or throw it in the garage where it's hot. And you every day shake that bag until those leaves sound crunchy. And then when you pull them out, they're perfectly stored where you can dry them and powder them out and everything.
That's cool.
I was just reading in a Facebook group. A lot of people are talking about how to prepare the moringa because it's really good in shakes. I even throw it in my fish tanks all the time, and the turtles and the fish will go eat it. And they say it's good for their health and all that for an aquarium.
Yeah, it's a famine food.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's got all the good stuff. Can't you eat the maybe the seeds?
Well, the seed pods when they come out, it almost looks like an okra looking thing, but it's like a lot longer. It can be like a foot or so long,
like a bean,
and like this big bean pod. And what they do is they chop the ends, and then they chop it into these little 3-inch tubular kind of sections, and then they got the way the guy I was doing online was he was just taking a knife and cutting some of the skin off the outside, and then they would cook it in a frying pan with some olive oil and some stuff. And then they would it was almost like eating an artichoke when you take the leaf and just eat the leaf. You almost don't eat the whole pod.
Peel some flesh off of it.
You eat the seed inside, and then there's this white meat on the inside of it, and you kind of it's like an appetizer, and you just rake it out with your mouth, and then you discard just that little thin outside, I guess, tough layer. And I was watching them do it, and they're like, dude, it's like a dessert, man. It's so good. It's so amazing. And it's really healthy. I mean, they say it's all the good stuff.
And maybe the root is the part where you got to be careful if you're like pregnant or there's something about the root and cooking it maybe.
I think so. I don't know. See, roots, there are things out back here that I'm growing that I know I can go underneath and cut the roots, and I can come in here and cook with them. And I just don't have the skill or the knowledge yet. I haven't watched a video on the specific variety of certain plants just because there's so many root plants. Ginger? Yeah, because I got ginger outside that I'm doing the shampoo stuff with. I'm squeezing the heads off.
That's cool.
And it's this clear, just thick juice.
That's the what's the name of the proper name?
It's the
shampoo.
Yeah,
ginger.
It's a shampoo ginger, and I think you said some of your family brought that up from the Barbados area or something.
I think Crane got a tiny little. He knew what to grab from this place called Welshman's Hall Gully.
Oh wow!
Like if you go east of. If you're going from the East Coast to the West Coast, it's kind of right in the middle, and it's incredible if you ever get to go there.
And is that where the guava that we ate tonight came from too?
No, the guava, I guess back in the maybe before the 30s or maybe early 1900s, where I live was a guava farm.
Oh,
all them.
Because when we were walking, I mean, we were picking. You were saying like when they go, man, you can get gallons from those trees. That one tree that you gave me, I planted it in a spot. Remember, we talked about this in an early episode of when you started recording with us, that it just wasn't growing. You know, it just wasn't getting the water, getting the attention. And all I did was move it like 10 feet in to where it really hits my well water, sprinkler line a little better and gets a better spot. And I am going back there and I can get probably a half a dozen off of them every day right now. There was probably over 100 fruits on that little tiny tree out there.
Yeah, that thing isn't even as high as your face, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's like to my neck.
Yeah, that's it.
And it was just loaded every branch. It was just awesome. So super thankful.
Yeah, they are not finicky.
Yeah, and it's really cool because they're green, and as soon as they start turning yellow, they're soft and they're ready to rock with, man.
Yep.
Those seeds are pretty, like you were saying, use a cheesecloth and then mush them.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. Then the dragon fruits were just amazing, man.
Oh, yeah. Scott made us a little, fruit bowl.
Yeah.
All kind of local stuff, right?
Like, yeah, man. The only things that were imported is, and I had to buy a bag. Jared ships a lot of our California produce out of our office and for Publix. And he, there's this one company, I think it's Flavor Fruit or Fruit Tree or Flavor Tree, I think. They mixed a plum with a cherry, and I think they grow it out of the central Bakersfield to Fresno-ish area. It's a plum cherry, and it is really sweet, and they call it a very, very plum cherry. I think they call it at the Publix in little bags.
Yeah.
And so there's some of that. Then there's some cherries because it is cherry season up in Washington and up in BC, Canada. You have something for me to sign? Someone special's turning 80. Nice. You mind leaving it here and I'll do it when I'm done, or want me to do it right now? Here you go. You get to sign a card. Anybody that's present when a card is being signed, they also have to sign it. I think it's kind of a rule. Yeah.
I got to have a big old stack of pillows if I'm asleep with a dude.
Head on. That's right. A wall. It was cool. Here you go. Thanks, Scott. Hey, man, I think it was...
When you have a soundboard, you can do what you want.
No, I think it was me and Kyle Mallory, back in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just passed out. Just both did the rollover at the same time, like... got the yucks.
When you growing up, though, when you spend the night at your friend's house, you share the same bed.
But I think,
you did,
but I think
Eww Dude, you do that?
What's that?
Eww Dude, you do that?
I think it was with girls earlier. Both rolled over like.
Yeah.
The arm out. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, dragon fruit, man. Dragon fruit were going crazy. I've done 24 of them from the tree that I've picked and passed a bunch out to neighbors, a couple here and there. Took some over to our buddy Mike Beck, a longtime friend of my dad's. And they were just the best tasting one. I mean, it was so rewarding to eat.
I love those.
I've been preaching dragon fruit for what, years now?
Yeah.
And it's all because Mr. Perry, Gordon Perry, he has a fence outside of his house, and this is the house that I grew up, going through high school. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, you got a green thumb, and that dragon fruit thing going on out back is it's a lot. They love it back there.
It's all my dad. He growing up, I never had the flavor for it or the passion. I'd have little sprinkles, but not a committed
of growing
effect. Yeah,
your pops.
It was just like a water sometimes, and let's hope for the best, and not really giving it the care and the fertilizer and the time and the energy to actually help things flourish. And really, it's more of an intelligent thing now because my father has always done a really good job of preaching grow things that are easy to grow in the areas that you're wanting to grow them, like native plants that grow really good and easy here, that are very pretty and that smell good. There are so many choices that you can make. Why take something that's not going to grow very well in the area and try to make it grow there? And if it doesn't grow there and it dies, then grow something else there. And that just always made sense, and he always didn't plan things out. He would just oh, this is growing and separating. Let me separate some of this out and move some of it to this part of the yard.
He's old school.
Yeah. So it's like a patience, and I've been in the house 4 years now. So it's
this house.
Yeah. And it went from a blank slate, 4 years ago and to what it is now. And to me, it's a huge difference. It went from just everything was super hot, and it was just St. Augustine grass with no trees or plants or anything really to speak of other than one palm tree. Yeah. And now back, it was all overgrown over the top of the power lines and everything where the ditch was. So clearing that out and putting, good plants, the food forest type plants.
And a jacaranda out front.
And that'll bloom probably next year or the year after.
With the purple, right?
Yeah. That's the purple one. There's a yellow variety. That's the purple one like they have in California. I got that from Rockledge Gardens.
The seed shaker that's real long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. And then next to it is the Royal Empress, which is also the
Paulownia.
Yep.
Chinese wood.
And it's a soft wood.
Yep.
And my mother actually... It's funny because this tree grows. It's native to Georgia, in the Georgia area as well. It's there's a lot of them. We call it an Allee tree. When Allee was born in Tanglewood, we planted one.
I've seen it.
There was a landscaper woman that did the front landscaping from us, and she lived over in Evergreen on Carpenter. And when my daughter was, Andrea was still pregnant, and I was like, hey, I want to put a tree out here that's, I planted when she's born. What would be a good tree? Something different that flowers, that's this. And she's like, I swear by this Royal Empress that we have in our backyard. It's the, blah, blah, blah. I can give you a graft from it. And about 6 months later, she came over to my house with a graft of it out of nowhere. And we got it planted, and it was perfect. And in the middle of the night, a couple years ago, Andrea and Allie were driving by, and they saw some seedlings pods, that fell and were shooting up from the ground, and they ran over and grabbed them, like 3 or 4 of them.
That's where this one come from.
Yeah, and took them right over to my dad's house. He got them in pots and took care of them for about a year or so. He planted one, and his soil just didn't take well to it.
Right.
But then Andrea has one in her front yard over off of Tewa Lane, off Carpenter.
Yep.
And hers is starting to take off this year, where mine is probably twice as big. And I just planted mine maybe a month before her. Like, it really was just a very good spot, good timing.
Your front yard is
So it'll have all the shade here coming up in the next couple of years. I'm getting closer and closer, and that's what I wanted.
Do those things, they don't freeze out?
They will drop their leaves, and then they'll get these real cool flowers, these purple flowers.
Stay tall though.
And these pods, and then you can cut them back even though, almost like you can a crepe myrtle in a way. You can kind of, trim it back a little bit and kind of winterize it. But I'm just gonna let it roll and try to take care of it.
It's a cool tree.
Yeah, so
it's got the fuzzy leaves.
Yeah, it's the two big, and then out front, I'm kind of having a battle because over on the left side of where my driveway is, I really want to pave that in eventually for more parking and to put a basketball hoop up for Silas and I. But I got a sycamore tree that's right on the edge of the property over there that's shooting up, and I love it. It's close to the crepe myrtle, and I love sycamore trees, and I don't have a good spot for it anywhere else. So I put it there, and it's growing, and I'm just going to let it rock, and that's all I can really put over there. So I could change my whole game up and not do that, and then just put a bunch of raised beds over there and turn it into a little food area over there too.
In the front.
Yeah. Maybe 2 nice big raised beds with some of those metal sheets and stuff, like build them out, and then just have like a place where out front we could sell plants and stuff, or, during the garage sales every year. Everything.
I think there's a bunch of those false agaves, the blunts.
Yeah.
We should have some of them.
Hey, yes. One that you gave me is taken off in the back porch. Like it's this tall now.
They're kind of cool to get to somebody,
Yeah, dude, those things are awesome.
Yeah, they're like a 20 to 25, 30 year kind of deal.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It really is. Those look so cool, those little seed pods, man.
And they look like a century plant for anybody that don't know. It's a big agave, but the tips look fearsome, but they're flexible. They won't give you the hypodermic gouge.
Oh, I got you.
The blunt.
You have a lot of cool plants out of your place, man. You have a lot of cool trees and a lot of type of, like you have the elephant, the ear plant tree. What is it called? Jacobia? No. With the big old
the ear
ears.
tree.
Yeah. Mike has one back in his backyard too. And he told me that when they were kids, his mom, when she planted that tree, it was supposed to be one of those Point Siennas, the Royal Point Sienna.
They look like it.
And then as it got bigger, you're like, nope, it's one of the ear trees. And they were all upset about it.
Those ear trees, you can't do like their skin, their bark. Like if you put climbing boots and wind in them, it just peels apart.
Oh, wow.
But one cool thing that you might not know, I'm just messing around, but one cool thing is if you take the seed pods in the black ear that falls off, you get it before it turns into mush like now, but get it in the spring. And if you crack them open and all the webby, like white hair stuff around the seeds, if you get your fingers up in that and you play the guitar, it makes this weird Teflon coating on your fingers, and you can do some cool stuff.
Really?
Yeah, you can wash it right off, but it's weird and it's cool.
That is interesting.
And that that the webby stuff between the seeds.
Yeah.
So there's that one tree that we got. I know you know which one I'm talking about. It's the ice cream tree.
The banana, the Java.
I'll show it to you, but it gets the same kind of thing as an ear tree, but it's real long, like a Royal Point Sienna, and that fuzzy stuff inside that, you eat it. Oh. It's from Central America.
Interesting.
We haven't got much fruit off of that, but Mike,
yeah,
Michael Raymond Knives down south, he gets fat harvest off the ones he has.
Nice, man. That was real cool when you gave us that chocolate pudding sapote.
Yeah, I got one of them seeds.
Yeah.
To go, and a squirrel got the other ones, and I got.
I think you gave me one seed too, and I think I planted it somewhere out back, but I don't remember.
What was the other thing? The sapodilla.
Yes.
We got like 4 of them, 5 of them.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, that tall.
Yeah, man. I didn't have much luck on the papaya this year. Man, the one thing I'm learning about right now is pest. I'm fertilizing just a little bit with the fish emulsions and stuff, and all of the mulching that I'm doing is I'm either getting like Dawn Marie hooked us up. And by the way, shout out to Dawn Marie. She passed her instruments license as a helicopter. She's going to pilot school, and she just that was a big one that she just got, like super impressive. And she wants to go celebrate probably Sunday. So shout out to you, Dawn. And she called me a few weeks ago and was like, hey, you need to come get these leaves in these bags that I got out here. And I got a huge yard full of oak trees. And I got like a dozen bags of oak tree leaves.
That's the best.
Those thick garbage bags, so they didn't even like deteriorate hardly. All of the leaves were perfect, man. So I just dumped them everywhere out back.
The worms love them.
Oh, man. And then just everything that I'm cutting down, it gets chopped and thrown right back into the beds. And it's really starting to benefit those beds, because they were all sandy when I first started years ago. A few years back, they were real bad.
It looks great, really great.
I'm really proud of it, actually.
The whole deal.
It's really like cool, man.
A world when you walk around in it.
It's a lot of it's inspired by you, though, man. It's I didn't start doing as much of this until I started coming out and hanging out with you at the studio. You would take me on the tours. And every tour that you take me on, it makes me think of the tours that my dad would take me on, either at the old house when I first moved here or at my grandparents' house. They only had this tiny little backyard, but everybody that came over asked for the tour of the yard. You know what I mean? It was so cool.
It's old school.
And, Charlie and Colleen and Chris were coming to do the podcast here, and they were seeing back there when I was just chopping down the old things, and it was just all kind of gross, and I would take them on the same walk, and I posted something the other day, and Chris was like, holy crap, it's amazing out there right now. I'm like, yeah, man, you were one of the first ones to get the tours, back there before it all kind of came together. And every time I do one little new thing out there, I just kind of get all jazzed up on it. Like that little TP thing right now. Like I can't wait for those vines to all climb up it and for it to get thick, because that's going to be just like a cool little thing.
Dude, this winter right here.
Yeah. Man. I'm going to be asking for your advice on some of these pests. Like even the dragon fruit, my moonflowers did a really good job, I think, of helping pollinate, because everything that's blooming is pollinating with this. And I'm doing a different method, that trellis method. And it's just one that I've never seen, and maybe a bunch of people do this, and I've never even looked online to see. But everybody does them with those you take a 4x4 post and throw it in the ground or throw it on a concrete, stand. And then you put a square box on the upside top of that 4x4 cap, and then you let the dragon fruit trellis up it, and then, kind of lean off of it and kind of have like a palm tree-ish type of, fan effect off of it. And then the fruits that are of those cactuses that hang down, it's supposed to promote the ones that hang down. It promotes fruiting, from my understanding. And my mother had this trellis with beans growing on it up in Kentucky, and I'm like, I'm going to try a smaller version with the trellis and just do the dragon fruit. And I'm going to put the yellow dragon fruits, the red flush ones, and the white flush ones on there. And I'm just going to let it intermingle and go crazy. And if I get a lot of fruit on it, then I'll make another one and another one kind of thing. And this is like my third year coming into this one. Second full year, I'd say. And I just got 20 something fruits, and there's probably at least a dozen more on flowering or starting to flower right now for another round. But there's these big old, you ever seen that movie Ants? The little animated, like Pixar type of movie?
Yeah.
There's at one point they got to fight like the grasshoppers and like the big dogs,
Yep.
There's these like,
I remember that.
Black, like badass looking, like beetle bug, not beetle, but like a bug that like gets on the dragon fruits and like kind of hangs around. And I haven't researched
those
it.
ones that look like the assassin.
Yeah.
I've seen those. Like they get them red, but I don't know if they're harmful.
I don't know if they are either. Like I was going over and spraying neem oil in and around like, the area, and they would all take off.
What were you spraying for? I mean, what was happening?
Well, the dragon fruits, as they were growing, I was noticing some little spots on the outside. It looked like they were trying to like get in to get the good stuff, and they couldn't. So, but you could see like a little bit of a discoloration on the outside of the fruit, like it was trying to be attacked.
Did you see who did it?
And the longer that the fruit stayed there, and the more bugs, it seemed like the more of that I saw on the fruit. But when I cut the fruit open and looked at it, it was
cool,
perfect, like beautiful. You know what I mean? Like taste is perfect. There's nothing impeding the flesh or anything. And so I was like, okay, cool. And then some of them were just huge and perfect and didn't have any issue. But some of them that did, I noticed that those bugs, were kind of around too. And at first I'm like, did they help pollinate these things? And they're just kind of, or they have passed like to where they're trying to harm the fruit. And I think they are, because when I was spraying, like I said, the neem oil, they were all leaving. So I was going and doing it every day. And I think I need to do that. I just need to research what the bugs are and how to best treat them and whatnot. But super excited about that. It's kind of cool.
This archway right here.
Exactly.
That's what Scott's looks like.
And really, if you go to like Tractor Supply, there are those big cattle.
Field fence.
Yeah.
Welded field fence.
Yeah. And I think they're the 12 footers or the 8 footers. And they can put them in a truck bed. They just fold it in half. And the way they put it in the bed, they have a really good way to do it. It's sturdy. It stays in. With those metal, I like using the 7 footers.
Slam them in.
Yeah, and just kind of slam those bad boys down,
With some ear protection.
And then just have those little metal clamp things to clamp that metal post to that cattle fence. And they give those to you for free, at any of the supply. And you could double it up, and you could almost do like a tunnel.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to, you could even double it up and go real tall with it, and do like two, and then you kind of tie it in half and then bend it up. And you could actually do it to where you could walk. I just feel like you'd have to get huge fences to get up, or ladders to get up there to get the fruit off. But the one I have, I can just grab it with my hand, or I can get like a little step ladder to get up and just grab the fruit right off.
You could do like a 30 foot run of that.
Like that's Dragon Alley at T's place.
For sure.
I mean, that's been our idea the whole time too, is I've been slowly throwing you some of these, for some of these cactus and cuttings, and they're slowly taking off. Because they don't take off right away usually.
They love this weather right here, though.
Yeah, and as they're taking off at your place, we're just going to be able to put them in a post, and within a year, we're going to start getting fruit off of them.
And you know who I saw? I haven't seen in a long time. Is the little it's like a grasshopper with the giant mandibles, the tree girdling insect. Remember I told you about it? It used to get on my persimmon, and it would try to buzz back my pecan tree.
You're not seeing them?
Well, I haven't seen them since the flood, because I think all the branches, see, they go up and find a pencil-sized piece of a branch, and then they cut it off, and then they put their eggs in a part that's going to fall to the ground. So the flood took care of all that. But I saw the first one today on one of the persimmons. It's got a lot of fruit. Mm-hmm. I think tomorrow morning I'll be out there doing the thing.
Oh, yeah. Because
you'll see a freshie in the morning. And if you move slow,
heck yeah,
they try and hide behind, the branch.
Yeah, I remember you showing me them at one point.
There's like a technique. You got to sneak up on them because they hide from you.
It's funny.
But they'll buzz the whole tree, take all the fruit off if you don't find them. One of them will wreak havoc.
Man. Yeah, man. So super good experience out there. I've been trying, man, part of like at the end of this last, episode that we recorded, what was it? 202. We kind of ended the show talking about some, personal healing type of stuff and some, getting in your head, and, since I've been hanging out with you, I've been in this super inspired, mode. And, I'd say it's been a good 5 or 6 years since I've had a depressive, headspace for any meaningful amount of time. And getting out of this headspace, I really attribute it to my circle and people like you who have, been just throwing these little chunks of information, not any forceful information about eating right. When I come over to eat at your house and I see what you and Monica are sitting down and eating it for dinner, and then I compare it to some of the dinners that I'm putting together or that we're going to eat, and you start thinking of the choices that you make. And when you're finally ready to accept the information and push forth with it, some of it's by growing it and learning to process it and respect, that process of food more. I feel like it's all kind of coming together in a cool way right now and benefited me at the right time. And, I'm down like 25 pounds, I'd say, almost right now.
Yeah, you look great, man.
And it's going to keep going, man. And super thankful for that, like for that whole experience and that just understanding of everything, just to how to attack situations in just a more mindful way. And who knows if I've, nobody's perfected anything, but
I like that what you said, that
you
attack it, in a mindful way, but attacking it with the expansion.
It's like us as humans, I feel like a percentage of humans, I should say, get stuck at places to where it's like, I don't want to change this about me, or I can't change this. Like you get me every time, T. Every time I say I can't do something, you throw the heat at me, man, and I get mad at you for it sometimes. And you just like, well, I'm just being honest. You don't have to take the information, but it's the information. And then 2 days later, I'm like, T, you're right, man. My bad, dude. Like I'm just,
Well, I'm not right. The universe is right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. That positive energy is super important because it's so easy to just not have that. And like there's such a big number of people that whatever they wake up in the morning and start their day with, whether it's early in the morning or late in the morning, whether you drink a lot of alcohol the night before or consume a lot of cannabis the night before or whatever drug of choice or food of choice or thing that you grasp to for mental health, when you wake up that next morning, it's how are you attacking your routine? Are you doing it with what helped me yesterday, let me just keep doing that? Or can I tweak a little thing to help me, maybe overcome something like a goal, like something to kind of grasp for to change? And it's so hard to get in those cycles, and so many of us sometimes just get stuck in that one place.
Probably all of us, huh?
All of us in some dynamic, and some, like, dude, me, it's been a serious, like, being a more sensitive mindset. Like, it's a very powerful thing to have, is empathy and understanding and wanting to care and understand and wanting what's best for everybody. A lot of times, before what's best for even me. And sometimes those mindsets get developed from a young age in a, not the best way. And it's like you get stuck in these patterns, or you get stuck in these putting other people first patterns, and don't put yourself first. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that I do in life. And I don't do it in like this where I'm super like awesome way. Sometimes it's very stressful that I'm doing these things. And I'm still doing them because I think it's the right thing. When, a psychiatrist is going to look at me and go, dude, put yourself first. Stop putting everybody else ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? And it took the right information and the right videos and the right stuff to kind of crunch that in your brain. And I've done it over the times, like coming over addiction at one point. You had to really look at yourself and make some big changes. And I was able to do that,
Oh, yeah. We talked about some stuff. We talked about, T might have said, if you got to go through anything gnarly, well, for me, I don't love, but it's cool when you can be like, this is going to suck, whatever it is, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it's momentary, but just say it and be like, okay, I'm done with all that.
Yeah, man. I think I hit a bottom when I called you that one Saturday or Sunday morning.
Sunday.
And I called you because that day before was a terrible day. And it was nothing more than just me playing the pity party and just like letting it lead the acting stage of the day. You know what I mean? Like I just let it control the day. And then that next morning I was like, I can't do that again.
Yeah, I can't tumbleweed.
I can't let it do it a second day like that.
Damn right.
So I needed that.
Here's to you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Goodness.
So yeah, let's keep pushing, doing all these things and all these awesome things that we're doing, and keep doing this podcast. We have a great time doing it. You know, the downloads have been really impressive with us not recording for over a month. Like it's like
that's neat.
It was really neat to see, and you know, I would love to find. And I think I was trying to say this last week, but I probably got lost in it in some way. But I think part of my something that I'm going to need, I'm kind of just throwing this out to the world to hear, maybe or maybe not.
$14,000.
Yeah. $1 million in unmarked bills. Doing the podcast, hosting it, the way we do it now, it's so much easier than it's ever been before.
The flip switch.
And I really enjoy that. The one thing that I feel like I have a hard time pushing myself to make the time for, it's getting on Facebook, getting on Instagram, getting on TikTok within our marketing businesses, like within Adjust the Mic, within Lampin Media, and sharing and having this positive push of information to build the you know, the infrastructure of our listener base. And what are you pointing at? Oh, what is that? Is that a frog? Oh, that's a
cucaracha.
Oh, yeah.
But continue, please.
Every time it rains, we get like 2 or 3 a day that'll pop in that we'll find.
Yeah.
And it'll hang around and I'll get it here in a few.
Cool.
I have a hard time getting myself motivated to post and get, you know, everything going. Do you think podcasts need Facebook groups to be super active to grow?
Man, I'll tell you, I've not been heating up any social media at all, but I feel like something cool is coming, you know, with a concerted effort. And I'm kind of, yes, it's all going to help. But
throwing it out there to the world, like if there's anybody that is into the social media game and is on there daily and wants to help out anyway, you know, we'll listen to the idea and you know, like get some help on that, you know, like when I post an episode up, just share it around for us and get us out there a little bit. You know, I do the Facebook marketing where you pay a little bit of money to spread it out and get some extra stuff. I don't feel like I don't like doing it that way. I don't want to, I'd rather be organic. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I've been so in the thing of what I'm doing. I know that I got to reheat all that, but I'm just in the jelly in the middle of the donut, and
you're in the same place.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Totally. Like
that's cool.
At your place, you know, we're setting up, you know, you guys have got the studio in such a really awesome spot, and your boy who hooked you up with that desk, the raised desk,
Lee Dude,
that desk is sweet. And I, you know, when you were saying, should this be the desk that we put where my, you know, mixing area is?
Yeah.
In the control room, I'm like, at first I'm like, I can kind of have a really cool setup the way you have it right now. You know?
Looks like a gypsy trailer now.
Yeah, yeah, it does. But as soon as, and I really believe that room, once you get that little bench seat kind of circle it with a little table there that people could sit around and listen to you mix and have the bands being able to sit there and listen to you and like just rap and talk and, you know, yeah. Like that room, I really believe that that desk should be in the control room.
Yep.
Just the way that L shape is, and with that up and down, like you're going to be able to do so much with that, man. Like it's
we'll
going
share
to be really cool.
Photos when we reheat the social media.
And you got the internet back working again? Okay.
It's still got a hiccup today, but we'll break it down.
Okay, cool. Tomorrow's going to be a spicy day. Thursdays, I might be going to Stick Figure Thursday.
Oh, really?
A concert.
Where are they playing?
Somewhere around here. I don't know. Allee told me today.
That's cool.
That if somebody doesn't go, then she wants me to go. So I said, I'll go. So if one night I'll get over there too and look at stuff. But dude, it should just be like a router. I mean, because you're Ethernet wired, hardwired in. You're not even wireless. You shouldn't even be worried about Wi-Fi. Like your internet to your main computer is plugged with an Ethernet cable, so it's hardwired in. It's not even wireless.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Some kind of...
It's probably just a complete restart. You need to turn it all the way off and all the way back on.
Network error, something like that.
Unplug the router for 10 seconds and plug it back in.
All right.
Like even if you paid like a tech to come out there, that's the first thing he's going to tell you to do.
Okay.
And usually that's the 95% the reason of what's wrong.
In between you and Lee, you know.
Yeah. So I would just unplug it all, power, plug it all back in. Make sure that the router wire from inside that's going out to your trailer didn't get unplugged.
I checked that, yep.
You know, make sure that's all good. Unplug that router too. Plug that one back in too.
Yeah.
Unplug them all.
Can we say Caroline Marks?
Dude, we can.
Gold.
I saw it right before I was leaving. Come home. Saw it online.
She got a crib in Smyrna.
You brought her up on an episode 5-6 episodes ago, I think.
Phenomenal.
And you're talking to her about as a local surfer who's got a big potential and was going to go for the Olympics. And now here we are, episodes later, talking about her winning.
Hey, she also last year she won the world championship. She won the whole kit and caboodle, the whole deal.
She's killed it.
Yeah. So
New Smyrna.
Yeah, and San Clemente, but she's
man,
phenomenal surfer.
Congratulations, man.
Really cool person.
That is really cool.
Big congratulations. And a cool family.
Super amazing and proud.
Yeah.
Super great.
So
Olympics, man.
Where does that leave us?
Well, I think we got a show.
And we're going to get on top of some other stuff. Maybe it'd be cool if Craig Cease, sorry, Craig, I could not make it to the show there in
Cease Electric.
Yes.
We want to get
Craig
him.
Cease.
We want to wrap up with him and get him on the show one night. And
Diane.
Yeah, man. Diane, we've talked to her a little bit. The horse farm out in Lakeland. Is it Lakeland?
I can't say the exact name.
Somewhere
where
else.
it's at. Yeah, it's a big spread.
I really look forward to whether we even get her a phone call, in maybe next week or something, or we need to get a group text going by tomorrow morning to where we can at least get a date locked in that will work for us.
And you said we're going to catch up with Post.
Yep. We got to call Dave.
Yep.
Maybe we'll next couple episodes where, especially if it's just me and you, let's try to line up 2 or 3 of those. Let's get, Che in. Let's call Dave. You know what I mean?
Brinko wants to come back.
We got to get Brinko back. I love those photos that he took when he was here.
Yeah. He's always got a mountain of cameras.
Yeah, man. So
saw him. He's
I'd really look forward to that. I got that camera here now. I'd like him to just look at and throw some pointers at me. Just give me some little
he's the guy.
References,
Brinko.
quick little tips. Yeah.
Brinko visuals, right?
Yep. And he's on our website, adjustmike.com.
He's the man. Been friends with Dave for a long time.
He is the man. He really is. There's so much going on that we aren't even coming close to talking about, but I love everything that we talked about.
And we kind of did like a squeeze this summer. We worked a lot and kind of get to...
we really did, man. We had these goals, and we know that they're kind of a year, 2 years away. So we're just building up our infrastructure right now. And you're rebuilding the studio from, a flood, and it's better than ever. Better than ever. And you have all these things lined up that are so hot, so hot, dude. It's going to be big, dude. It's super exciting. even talking to your friends that have known you for years, when you hear even them talk about some of these things, that's exciting.
Yes.
So Discord is going to be coming up. We're going to get like video feeds eventually. You're going to have bands rocking, in the studio, being able to talk with their fans even while they're making music. Get video editing in there. Galactic Grams and that whole little process is going to start, showing itself in different ways.
Maybe some Vibe Farmer West.
I can't wait for the Vibe Farmer podcast. Like, we already have the stickers for it. Like, we've even recorded an episode of it.
We did, didn't we?
We recorded a whole episode. And, was
that the one with all the nature stuff?
I think so.
Like the how to don't get.
And we kind of just like prepped it up. We kind of talked about what we were going to, we got a lot of things planned. We were kind of just giving the whole little, and this is going to be a show that you run and host.
Yeah.
And this is going to be it's going to be super creative. I can't wait, because I think it's like the cooler podcasts that come out nowadays. I think they come, there's a lot of cookie cutter situations, and I think that gets a little boring and old after time.
Yeah.
And we need a Wayne's World style podcast. And I think Thad's World podcast is going to be awesome. And it's good. All going to be surrounded by Vi Farmer Studio.
Yes.
Lampa Media Studio.
Yes.
And everybody else's happenings.
Many good vibes.
Like all these we're going to be like an Amazon of like cool businesses. It's going to be like a bunch of cool businesses that all have amazing things, and we're all going to be under one network.
That's a long bomb getting thrown.
Yeah. We'll have our own VR mall one day. Super cool stuff. I believe in that. Let's I'm going to end with
cool
little something. This is Mr. Rogers, homeboy. One of the real ones. Greatest sweaters ever, maybe. Great shoe selection.
Iconic. Legend.
When I was learning to play the piano, I made so many mistakes with the music. It didn't sound very good at all. But my parents and my teacher told me that mistakes was all part of learning. So I just kept at it, and I really enjoy it now.
Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright. Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright.
Dude, that's just killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.